brave. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm in a weird place of loving or leaving, wishing that I could change my mind and leave the tears behind. But he sends me tic-tacs that bring back these sad thoughts, and sometimes they make me laugh, and I find relief in that. Eventually we'll go separate ways, and only exist in memory. Oh, someday we'll be strong and brave. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and I look for someone who treats me the same, but different in all the ways that I ever needed. Oh, and isn't it a shame that you don't know what you want till you don't get what you need? Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, you don't know what you want till you don't get what you need. Hey. Oh, and eventually we'll go separate ways. And we'll only exist in memory.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, a prize. Just kidding. Water. That shouldn't be a prize. But it feels like it, you know? Why does it taste like candy? That's called dehydration. Okay. I'll just put it here. All right. Fun stuff. This next song is, well, it's called Climb a Tree right now, which I feel like is going to be revised. But what it's about is reminiscing on how easy life was when we were kids, and just wishing that sometimes I could climb the highest tree, because that's what I would do in my huge yard growing up. I'd climb this huge evergreen and I'd look down, and it just felt like, you know, everybody was little ants and I was like king of the world, and now we're adults and I don't know what I'm doing. And so this is Climb a Tree. I don't know if this is it coming through? Okay, there we go.
Remember the days when we didn't worry. Cars were for big kids and $1 was payday. Midnight was mystery. We were up way too early. Knots in our hair and our shoes always dirty. To be so young again, amused by everything. Take me there again. So let's go climb a tree. See the world the way we used places we can go to feel like little kids, to feel like this. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Getting buzzed off a juice box, drinking stone soup with big rocks, hanging from tires, hanging by on old willow trees. Oh, the way things used to be so young again. Amused by everything. Take me there again. Let's go climb a tree. See the world the way we used to see. Oh, even when we're grown, there's still places we can go to feel like little kids, to feel like this. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe I'll ride to the leprechaun who lived in the yard, find a good swing set and trip in the bar. Remember what life would look like when I'm older. If only I'd lingered in all of the moments, to be so young again. Amused by everything. Take me there again. So let's go climb a tree. See the world the way we used to see. Oh, even when we're grown, there's still places we can go to feel like little kids, to feel like this. Da-da-da-da-da-da, to feel like this.
There we go. I have 2 more songs. That's good? Sound good? Okay. Oh boy, that's a little bit crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm working on making my songs, more exciting. But this one is not so exciting in the same way as some of the other ones. It was the first song that really got people listening to my music in the past year, and it's called Please Slow Down. And it's about my siblings going away to college, which was a really tough thing. My sister is going away, I was going away, and my younger brother is taller than me now, which doesn't make sense. So I wrote a song about it, and maybe you guys can, relate to it.
Sister is going to college at the end of the summer, and all I've been thinking about is just how much I'll miss her. My little brother is taller than me, used to pawn rides from us, now he's never free. Where'd all the time go? Seems we've all crossed the road. Please slow down, Mother Nature, will you? Please slow down, I give anything to. Please slow down. bold and we're strong. Been through the ringer, look who we become. Worry, it comes with the change of it all. Please slow down, Mother Nature will heal. Please slow down, I give anything to. Please slow down. We can't slow down. We can't slow down. Thank you.
I'll play my last song, and then I guess we'll just, we'll talk about whether I should do another one. But this is my most exciting song to me, and some of my friends know it, which is fun. It's so fun when you sing them enough and your friends actually like them. Hey, that's a win. This one's called "Where Do We Dance," and it's about my first weekend at Western, going to college parties, because I'd never been to any parties, if I'm being honest, growing up. And so going to these house parties, I thought that people would be dancing. And when I got there, at least to the ones I came to, there was no dancing. Or I'd try to start something and it would just fizzle out. And so I'm just trying to figure out where do we dance. I think we're going to be dancing here tonight, but this is a little foreshadowing. Okay.
Friday night, parties at every block, LED lights flashing. Oh wait, that's the cops. Next party's popping. At least it seems that way to me. Oh, I'm walking like, where do we dance? My mind's spinning like, how to be the life of the party when it ain't really your scene. No, feeling like the life of the party. Yeah. Oh, in this moment, am I meant to be? Oh, in this moment, am I meant to be? Quiet hours aren't something I typically find. But all that matters is that I end up in my bed tonight. Oh, I'm walking like, where do we dance? My mind's spinning like, how to be the life of the party when it ain't really your scene. No, feeling like the life of this party. Yeah. Oh, in this moment, am I meant to be? Oh, in this moment, am I meant to be? Is there a rule book, or is that the point? Talk, don't talk, but wherever you like, just follow the noise. Go wherever you like. Oh, I'm walking like, where do we dance? My mind's spinning life of the party. When it ain't really your scene. Oh, feeling like the life of this party. Yeah. Oh, in this moment, am I meant to be? Oh, how to be the life of the party. When it ain't really your scene. Oh, feeling like the life of this party. Yeah. Oh, in this moment, am I meant to be? Oh, in this moment, I'm meant to be. Oh, will someone please come and dance with me?
Thank you. My name's Kazmyn, and I have new music coming out next week. So if you want to listen to it, go ahead. And I'm excited to hear everybody else. Good. Okay. Cue the background music. You know what I mean? Another. Maybe an encore at the end. We could all do a song at the end. Okay. Anyways, little breather, everybody. What's your problem? Let's talk. Let's just have a conversation. Okay. No, I mean I have more. Oh, I need to show you the sound that I want. I'm gonna take a sip of this. So much anticipation. Good stuff. Okay.
Yeah, give it up for Kazmyn one more time. We love Kazmyn. Woo-hoo.
Thanks, guys.
Next up, we got Paul Frunze, coming up on stage. Ever-Ending Kicks. He's also really, really awesome. Looking forward to him. Been looking forward to hearing him all day long, really. These shoes are actually Paul's shoes that I just bought off of him for $4 about 3 hours ago. I like to call them my Ever-Ending Kicks, and I think they're pretty cool. Just wanted to shout out John's merch table again. Of course, you can get some great Burn the Box merch, some great John Farley merch as well. You can also buy posters that could be signed by all these famous artists. Brett Lunsford, I think you would look great in a Burn the Box t-shirt, personally. I think it would look really good on you, but yeah, anyways, go up there. You can also buy Paul's music on vinyl and on cassette as well, I think. No CDs? No CDs, but you can that would be great too. Shout out to Jacob Hoxie doing sound today. He's the best. This show would not happen without him, really. He's the lifeblood of really my entire life, but yeah, next up we got Paul, and look forward to it. And let's just keep on rocking in the free world.
with what I can't prove. I turn to you. What is needed and has a use, but wears right through. Water under bridge, apple on an empty stomach. Sitting now on the curb again. Better to stand. Flowering in a hardship's hand. Back again. Begin when it's time to begin. Joy when joy makes sense. No pretense without evidence. Without proper bed. Comfort grows. No one knows how low you can go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thanks. How's it sounding? Feel good? Is there anything I need to change for y'all? Cool. What's next? Oh yeah. Whoops. The song. Anybody know the song "Dog Eat Dog" by Joni Mitchell? Dog eat dog, yeah, dog eat dog. I'm just waking up. The dove is in the dungeon and whitewashed hawks peddle hate, call it love. Dog eat dog. Holy hope in the hands of snakebite evangelists and racketeers. Big wig financiers. Dog eat dog on primetime crime. The victim begs. Money is the road to justice, and power walks it on crooked legs. Primetime crime. Holy hope in the hands of snakebite evangelists and racketeers. And big wig financiers. else displayed. Thieves and sycophants parade, and where it's made, the slaves will be taken. Some are treated well in these games of buy and sell, and some, like poor beasts, are burdened down to breaking. Dog eat dog, yeah, dog eat dog. Ain't it flim flam, man? Dog eat dog. You can lie, cheat, skim, scam, beat 'em any way you can. Dog eat dog. You'll do well in this land of snakebite evangelists and racketeers. You could get to be a big wig financier. Land of snap decisions, land of short attention spans. Nothing is savored long enough to really understand. In any culture in decline, the watchful ones among the slaves know all that is genuine will be scorned and calmed and cast away. Dog eat dog. Dog eat dog. Dog eat dog. Dog eat dog.
I wasn't gonna play this one because it's hard, but it feels right. Anybody ever heard the song Hejira by Joni Mitchell?
I'm traveling in some vehicle.
Hey, sorry.
I'm sitting in some cafe, a defector from the petty wars that shell shock love away. There's comfort in melancholy when there's no need to explain. It's just as natural as the weather and this moody sky today. Our possessive coupling, so much could not be expressed. So now I am returning to myself. These things that you and I suppressed, I see something of myself in everyone, just at this moment of the world. Snow gathers like bolts of lace, come waltzing on a bridal girl. You know it never has been easy, whether you do or you do not resign, whether you travel the breadth of extremities or stick to some straighter line. There's a loving couple sitting on a rock. They're either gonna thaw out or freeze. Me, I hear Eleanor Bros chords coming through the snow and the pinewood trees. I'm porous with travel fever, but I'm so glad to be on my own. But still somehow the slightest touch from a stranger can somehow set up trembling in my... Wow. Nice. Woo. Trembling in my bones. Hey, hey, hey. So it's quieter now? Or is it good? Are we good? I forgot what I just like woke up to this. It's like, oh, hello. All right, I'll just go into the next verse. Let's see. Well, I looked at the granite markers, these tributes to finality, to eternity. And then I looked at myself here, chicken scratching for my immortality on Instagram. In the church they light the candles, and the wax rolls down like tears. There is the hope and the hopelessness I've witnessed 34 years. We're only particles of change, I know. We're just orbiting around the sun. But how can I have this lofty point of view when I'm always bound and tied to someone? White flags of winter chimneys waving truce against the moon, in the mirrors of a modern bank, from the window of my hotel room. I'm traveling in some vehicle, I'm sitting in some cafe, a defector from the petty wars, until love sucks me back that way. Thanks. So, is it just quieter in the monitors? Okay, cool. That's fine. I can hear myself fine. Feels great. Thanks for listening. I have more songs written here on my piece of tape. I think I'll just play two more. How about? Yeah, my name's Paul. The band, I record music and release it as Ever Ending Kicks. I have some records for sale here today. It's not a big deal if you don't buy one, but that's something that just letting you know exists. Yeah, let's see. This one, okay, I'm gonna play two original songs. Before like a year or so ago, I hadn't really ever tried to learn covers before, and it was a fun thing I was doing alone for fun, and imagining playing shows when that was a thing again. Here I am doing it. Yeah. Makes sense that I would look like this after all this time. In my reflection, I've watched the progression. I dressed all my scrapes to try and prevent scarring. It mostly worked, but the times it didn't still show. It makes sense that I would feel like this after all this time, with the same consciousness as a mostly harmless kid, going through all this to get to the good part. There've always been good parts, sometimes with friends, often alone. Because reality is a communal thing, but I can only dream when no one's around me, and I need both. It makes sense that I would talk like this after all this time, beyond confrontation and a desperate need to seem different. I still like to compose and communicate what I've been considering. It's the only way to merge my dreams with reality, and it's the only thing that I can say I bring. Thanks very much. This is cool. I've never played a set with the sun blaring in my eyes. It's kind of nice. I guess it's like a spotlight, kind of. I feel lit. Just put it that way. Yeah, thanks very much for your attention. Here's the last one. My life isn't going anywhere, so I'll own it. But the hopeless self I sometimes find pleads for some motion. So I'll look again internally with some songwriting in the free time I'm allotted. Nothing ever changes. The bottom of the barrel's wearing thin. But this idea of going anywhere, do I even like what that lens shows? Edges wearing off, ideals softening, principles blurring, losing everything I wanted to keep. And time beats down the path I call me. I find it helpful to face the benign and boring fact that my life isn't going anywhere except in social fever dreams, where I see people like me not seeming so carefree, going nowhere, finding peace boring 'cause there's no one else there. But I'm here now, reckon with me, 'cause I'd really like to belong to you and to this moment, not just holding out for what feels new. Yeah, my life isn't going anywhere. The science is in. This is all a mental game, a feat of constant adjustment. So I'll stand on my head. I'll be happy with less, with no clear evidence. This is where I belong. I write this down in the hopes I can come back when I need to. Thanks. See ya.
We're good. We lost our amps there for a second, but they're back. So, like I was saying before, this is the first show, the introduction of Sword Fearn and the Cosmic Gumbo. We killed our other band with a shotgun, and this is the new one. We have two bands now, but it's the same people. So, I apologize for my nasally voice. I've been sick, and I also I saw Phoebe Bridgers and Father John Misty this week, and I was screaming my lungs out. So I have a little rasp and a little, but just gives a little character, I reckon. So we're gonna start with a little one I like to call R&B's. It's an old song, 4 years old. I wrote when I was a senior in high school. And do we need? Let's just go right into it. And if Hoxie wants to change it on the fly, he knows what he's doing.
I'll let Hoxie. Yeah, good job.
All right, let's do it.
Brown eyes turn to gold. Ooh, when the sun shines just right. Your brown eyes turn to gold when the sun shines just right. Plenty of cuts to shoot, but they're not all mine. Won't you just give me, please, just one more moment or three, 'cause you know I want you to be holy, emboldened and free. Bass drum beats against my ribs. Can you feel the tempo now? Plenty of runway love to get this bird off the ground. Yearning and burning, we play with fire as the room burns around.
plenty of runway love to get this bird off the ground. Won't you just give me, please, just one more moment or three? 'Cause you know I want you to be holy and bold and free. So let's take it slow. There's no rush, 'cause you and I know this could go one of two ways. Won't you just give me, please, just one more moment or three? 'Cause you know I want you to be holy and bold and all and free. So let's take it slow. There's no rush, 'cause you and I know this could go one of two ways. So we'll take our time. Yeah, life may pass us by as long as you're here, my dear. We'll be just fine, girl, yeah. Don't you worry about a thing, girl. We'll be just fine, girl. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, girl. We'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. Don't you worry about a thing, girl. Don't you worry about a thing, girl. Yeah, we'll be just fine. Don't you worry about a thing, girl. Don't you worry about a thing. So the next one is a song that me and Maston wrote in this place called Twin Lakes, which are these two lakes. They're brothers. They're twins, actually. And they're way up in the mountains. It was Maston's first camping trip, and I decided to take him as high into the mountains as I could go and wake him up at 4 a.m. and go on a hike to see the sunrise. And I think he enjoyed it.
I did.
Oh, awesome. And while we were there, we were prepping for last year's Madrona Grove, and we were just like, why don't we write a song? And it hadn't rained in like a month. And so we were just like, let's write a song to make it rain. And we sang it at the end of the last year's show, and it rained the next day. So, and it rained yesterday, so maybe, I don't know. It'll rain tomorrow. Yeah, it's a little late, but whatever. Shit's drying up, needles falling, seeds dying. It's a tinderbox, smoky setting, don't ignite it. Shit's drying up, forest burning, smoke is choking. We took tomorrow Yeah. We made a mess, seas of plastic. Who will stop it? It's far too hard. Glaciers melting, farmland flooding. We made a mess, mountains balding, seas of corpses. We take too much, rain's fading, time's for changing. It's been far too long. This is my rain song. It's been far too long. This is my rain song. Rain song. Now, Maston's going to play the piano, and I'm going to pick a guitar and attempt to play it. That works. Hey, look at that. Cool. This mic stand isn't tall enough for me. This is a song called Hero's Journey, and I've been working on recording this as a single in my room for like months, many months. And I'm probably gonna drop it in October, I'm thinking. Was gonna drop it this week, didn't happen, but it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I'll let you guys know. Let's do it. Tunnel miles beneath the earth, in a drill made on Mars. And when we reach the core, there'll be dinosaurs and more. Slay the lizard king and save the damsel. Conquer evil for a grateful people. Your whole life you wanted to feast your eyes on something truly new. But your life ain't on that crowded fringe. The world is out there in the green blue. Learn to use your father's sword. You were born to save the world. Track him down and get revenge. One-eyed wizard meets your end. Bet the princess and befriend a giant. Ride a dragon and dethrone a Red towers pierce the sky, crowned in green, the gods abide. Rugged coasts of broken stone, subtle curve of a blue unknown. These fabled lands you in a night, they're all inside your mind. This way rock has more to give. Take a ride on that tide. Your whole life wanted to feast your eyes on something truly new, but your life ain't on that palette page. World is out there in the green. Chorus one more time. I wanna be my own hero. I wanna be my own heroes. When I reach the end of the road, I am sure this loneliness will end, and I drink myself to still great pain with a smile. I am alive. Now I'm going to go to the drums. Say what you will about Swordfern, but he is mobile.
I hate Swordfern.
Say what you will, he's mobile.
He knows how to jump around.
Okay, this is a song I just bought like a keyboard for myself because I want to learn piano, and I became obsessed with it for a week, and I wrote this song on piano, but I'm not playing piano. I'm asking this because he's better. Another beer and you might drown. Please pick up your phone. I can drive you home. Don't worry, I'll pretend that I'm doing it as a friend. Don't risk the ride alone. I can drive you home. I'm your designated driver, your fearless admirer, riding in your shotgun throne. No need to ride alone. Hear about your day and the guys you wanna lay, but I don't mind it all, 'cause I'm the one you call. I don't worry, I'll pretend that I'm doing it as a friend. Don't risk the ride alone. I can drive you home. I'm your designated driver, your favorite admirer. lava. Ah. That's a mess back here. I'm wearing boot-cut pants right now, and every time I hit the pedal, it goes. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. The next one is called Red, and it's about my villain arc, where I was an asshole for a while. But yep, last one.
All of my friends, they hate me, and I love them too. Limbo City and Satan's spinach boogaloo. What would you do if God tried to humble you? Scorn the priest and maybe later stage a coup. Change my mind, you focus, I'll pay you any price. Take enough and you have the ride of your life. A rookie gambler, the stakes were high, I roll the dice. Bear your risk, the truth will cut you like a knife. Shotgun blast to my red eagle will do. Man, hold the fort. Wait, who invited you? Got plans for it, I wasn't ready for it. I just wanted to talk, but you wanted me red. Guess I lost my edge. No, I don't wanna be friends. I gave it a chance and now you want revenge. Mr. Mystic, can't you hear me? Have you noticed my megalomanic tendencies? Somehow death didn't manage to humble me. Revivified to a more self-obsessed degree. Here's front row seats to my red villainous display. Don't skip concessions, the drugs are complimentary. Don't plan for it, you're never ready for it. Wisdom ain't experience, it's contradictions. I find the drugs love is defeated. I gave it revenge.
everybody. We're going to take
Thank
a
you
quick
very
break
much.
to move things around, and then we'll be back.
Adam's up
That's
next.
me, yeah. Same guys, though.
Hi guys. Just trying to plug the merch table one more time. We got Everending Kicks merch, we got posters, we got a couple more Burn the Box shirts, and they're really, really good ones. Brought Nareda De La Rosa over, designed one of the designs for the t-shirt, so shout out to Nareda, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Sword Fearn, of course. He's all right. But yeah, we're also accepting tips or donations for ourselves. There's another great show happening down at the heart of Anacortes right now for our good friend Clarity Miller. They're taking donations for recovery for a kidney transplant, and so you can go down there and donate there, or if you want to donate to us and say, this is for Clarity's kidney, we'll take that too, because Clarity Miller is the realist. The realist. Okay, I'm done.
Good job, Will. Excellent work. Yes. Okay, just moving stuff around here. Wrap around? And that's... Just trying to get everyone... Okay. This look good? Things are good? Hey, everybody! Yeah, I'm Adam. You just saw me playing guitar for Liam, but now I'm going to play guitar for myself and sing some songs. Yeah, I'm going to start with two songs. They kind of flow into each other, so there's just going to be a few minutes of solid Adam Greenberg, and then we'll get some of those clowns back up here, and we'll have our little circus. Yeah, the first one's called Murmurations, then the second one's called Spilling Out, and I hope you enjoy them. Like the birds fall from the trees to the center of the earth. And eyes like the skies blow through my life, the color palette of goodbyes. If I was a drop of rain, I would run like a race car down the window pane of an airplane full of strangers shooting in between the stars. But I am just a starling in a murmuration of what the world could bring. Constellations I never could have dreamed. And a leaf between the tree and the ground, as it falls, hardly makes a sound. I see nothing turn the mountains blue. I see nothing where the birds once flew, and nothing from the world I knew, nothing new. But if I was a drop of rain, I would run like a race car down the window pane of an airplane full of strangers shooting in between the stars. But I am just a starling in a murmuration of what the world could bring. Constellations I never could have dreamed. Now this one's spilling out. I'm growing out of my sweet little mind. I follow what I find until I'm defined. And when I feel half empty, what can I do to fill my cup? The itsy bitsy spider told me I should climb on up. But when I'm spilling out all over the ground, up my blue water spouts let me let my inside out. And purple mist curtains hide the mountains from the sea. And my two little eyelids hide the world from me. And you can't see the wind blow unless you watch it sway the trees. And I can't know I'm not hollow till I look inside of me. Like when I'm spilling out all over the ground, my blue water spouts let me wash that spider out. Don't start wallowing now. Don't you wanna go out and see who you could be? Don't start wallowing now. You're just a slip of the mind from figuring it out. And sifting through the curtains comes warm, fragrant nostalgia. Opens up a window to the past. And as spring turns to summer, the sun's just up breezy weather, and the blooming blossoms buzz the bees and me. And you, honeysuckle, as your petals all unfold, release sweet perfume of June, and you turn the air to gold. It's you, honeysuckle, as your memories all unfold, release sweet perfume of June, and you turn the air to gold. Sing your name, can you hear me thinking back to you? I could take some time, put it in my heart. And as I fade away, I still know there will be a day that an older man comes back to me through you once again. It's you, you, honeysuckle, as your petals all unfold. Release sweet perfume of June, and you turn the air to gold. It's you, honeysuckle, as the memories all unfold. Release sweet perfume of June, and you turn the air to gold. Yeah, thank you everybody. That was 3 songs. Last one was honeysuckle. It's about a honeysuckle bush outside my parents' house that I always smelled when I was a kid. Yeah, I always forget to say those words. Huh? Okay, yeah, those guys are talking about other stuff. Next up, we have a song called For Being Human. That's a working title. There's a couple of those around this evening. So yeah, here's that. Saw the folks all standing in their rows, trying to be told how we've broken ourselves. Oh, I don't wanna fight, I'm trying best to love. I'm a-wondering why do people believe in a God that would hate people. Saw a flower breathing warm spring air. She was smiling at the sun, but a thistle had moved in next door. But she didn't seem to care about thistles or if they deserve the sun. For free, for free. Thank you, a little short one. All right, this next one, it's called Houseplant. It's from the perspective of a houseplant. Because sometimes I get cooped up in my room all day and it's just like, I'm just a little plant in here. I just need my food and water and I'm good. So yeah, here's that one. Just a houseplant, breathing the syllables left to linger when all of your windows are closed. I talk with the painting, I think I love her but she's too good for me. I got her flowers, but remembered she's a painting of a cherry tree. But I'll be okay if you water me every couple days, and I'll be alright and photosynthesize your surface light. I'm going to grow through the holes in this shelf I'm on to the window to look into the garden for friends. Oh, the kale and zucchini seem awful cool, but where they live is so scary. I see the birds take everything they're growing to be. But I'll be okay if you water me every couple days, and I'll be alright and photosynthesize your ceiling lights, and I'll be okay if you water me every couple days, and I'll be okay. Thank you, yeah. Oh. What's up next? Do we know what's up next? Waves. All right, I'm going to switch to electric guitar, so that'll take a second. I didn't do right. I was waiting for someone to yell. Alright, I'm back and now have electric guitar. This song is called Waves. And it's about how all of our experiences change who we are. The metaphor is waves crashing on a shore and carving the rocks into different shaped rocks. Yeah, here it is. Sometimes I feel solid as a rock on the shore. The same person walks both ways through every door. Is it a lie? The problem is that the problem takes time. I can't figure out what happens when all these waves hit shores and turn those hard rocks into rocks no more. Do they miss the sand? I'm sure a person carved out from their store to lore. Do they miss the sand? While my baby teeth are ground into the ground beneath, I dance on these shells that used to crawl so well. And in the air, sound is pushing, pulling my ears. I can't understand what happens when all these waves hit shores and turn those hard rocks into rocks no more. Do they miss the sand? I'm sure a person carved out from their lore by gore. Do they miss the sand? Thank you. Grand River? We should have kept this. I think there's no. And then mixology. I'm just gonna double check.
This is our set list.
This is our set list. It's in a book, along with every song Liam's ever written. Or most of them. All of them? A lot of them. Here it is. Check it out. My handwriting's a wonderful thing. Okay, yeah, Rain in the River. This next two are both on Spotify now. To say that again, I just gotta say that. You know, Liam's gonna get mad at me if I don't. Somebody
Say it
will.
again.
Yeah, it's on Spotify. Under my name, Adam Greenberg. This one's called Rain in the River, and it's about moving out from the country to Seattle and just being like, oh geez, there's so many people everywhere, and I'm just a little tiny person, and I don't matter. Which is kind of a nice thing to realize. It's kind of a happy song. I don't know. I'm thinking too much now. Here we go. Dress shoes flood the city streets. They walk like salmon running, and souls lie under every pair of feet. Those footsteps, they can't be followed. Interstates and brake pedals, red faces lit by tail lights. So many lies can slow the flow of 5 o'clock's release into the night. It's strange, but it's alright. But still, it feels so strange to know that I'm just a drop of rain in the river. I'm just a drop of rain in the river. And it seems so difficult to find me a drop of rain in this river, till Cupid pulls an arrow from his quiver. Well, I see a sea of people people before me. The sea sees me as itself. Of all the many sentences to read, I'm just another book upon the shelf. And my cyclical emotions rise and fall with the weather. Dreary city on a dreary day. Does every droplet feel the need to feel this way? It feels strange, but it's okay. But it feels so strange to know that I'm just a drop of rain in the river. I'm just a drop of rain in the river. It seems so difficult to find me a drop of rain in this river, till Cupid pulls an arrow from his quiver. It's strange to know that I'm just a drop of rain in the river. I'm just a drop of rain in the river. And it feels so difficult to find me a drop of rain in the river. That guy gets it. He pulls an arrow from his quiver. Just a drop of rain. Yeah, thank you everybody. Rain in the river. Okay. Next up, another one that's out there for you to listen to on, I mean, I said Spotify, but everywhere, anywhere you want to hear it, on the internet. That's, yeah.
This is a dancing tune.
This is a dancing tune,
Get on
and
your
I said
feet.
that I've said that before, and then no one danced, and so that was sort of broke my heart a little bit.
This
so
is the one where you
I wasn't gonna
dance.
say anything, but yeah, if you want to dance, this is the time to do it. There's people on my left, off on the
Look
right.
at
Yeah.
Kazmyn's dancing and
Come
she
on.
broke her
Yeah,
leg.
okay, you get it. Jump, nice
Get on
jump.
up.
Oh my God. Okay, I know you
It's
guys
dancing
can
time.
dance. You can already dance. Okay. Yeah. So this one's called Red, Green, and Blue.
Come on, John. Come on, John. Get out there, dance. Charles, I see you back there sitting. Come on, come on, dance.
Come on. This is your favorite. Okay.
You guys get closer.
All right. Throwing my balls at a dartboard in bullseye, waiting for time to turn counterclockwise. Trying to do a puzzle with the lights off, trying to get inside when the door's locked. Does that make sense to you? 'Cause now you're searching for somebody to search for, chasing a tale that's been told before. But you can try now, understand why, how, and what to do when you can't find your who. Lights shine on the answers you might find, but the true explanation's in the red, green, and blue. Trying dancers and forgetting how you found them. Next to scrolling on your nightstand, go to no end. In the dark pieces can't all combine till the colors mix into pure light, and then you'll plainly see that you've been searching for somebody to search for, and chasing a tale that's been told before. But you can try now, understand why, how, and what to do when you can't find your who. Lights shine on answers you might find, but the true explanation is the red, green, and blue. Thanks for dancing, everybody. Encore. Hey, there is an encore. That was gonna be our last song. Oh darn. Oh yeah. Okay, thanks everybody. You want more song? We have that.
We have.
Noah and I wrote this song. Yeah, we finished it yesterday, but we started before that. Yeah, and we were heavily influenced by Mild High Club, if anybody knows that band. Corin does. Good job, Corin.
We love you, Corin.
Yeah, Corin gets extra points for knowing Mild High Club and being the first to dance. Yeah, lots of points.
Corin. You just get points for being Corin.
Yeah, lots of points. Hey, while we're giving out points to Jacob Hoxie for doing sound and killing it.
1 million points!
He's doing awesome. 1 million points to him. Everybody here gets 2 points for being here, but then dancing gets you 5 more points. So dancers, you guys are doing good.
has a multiplier because she has a broken leg.
And played music.
What do I get?
If you play music, you get 17 points. So we all.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like 30 points.
They'll be redeemable next Madrona Grove next year. Also, yeah, just so great to be back in the Madrona Grove, doing the Madrona Grove show. We did this a year ago for those of you who weren't here for that, and we're doing it again, and hopefully we just keep doing it because it's really fun and awesome and good to be here. These trees are awesome, and our friends.
Great
okay,
trees.
Mixology is the name of this last one. All right, use real sticks. I thought our knees touched, but I might have just bumped the table. But I swear I felt skin, but I've had my share of gin. Oh God, oh jeez. Well, now I'm trying to think it over, and I just end up overthinking it. I wish that I was sober. Our friends all start to leave, and your hand finds my sleeve. And now it's just the stars and us glowing in the dark. It's hard to believe that brighter than you and me. I would stand if I were able, and I thought I felt skin, but I might have just had too much gin, and the world starts to spin. I don't really remember the lyrics, I'm being honest, and I'm trying to think it over, and I end up overthinking it, and I start to dance, and our friends will start to leave, and your hand finds my sleeve. It's just the start, and us glowing in the dark. It's hard to believe that brighter than you and Adam Greenberg. Appreciate everybody coming out. That's the last thing of the evening, I believe, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Oh yeah, hey, buy shirts. Listen to everything Will's said. It's all been great. Worth listening to. Do you have anything else to say? You can come up here. Come on up, Will. Hey, Will's awesome, everybody. Burn the Box. Hey, big things to Burn the Box and the Skeleton and Liam. Everybody's cool.
Yeah, buy shirts. Go to Clarity's show. It's probably still going. Heart of Anacortes. It's really, really awesome, and it's for a good cause. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. This has been super, super sweet. Thank you again to Jacob Hoxie. I will never stop thanking you. Never.
You're the man, Hoxman.
Hoxman's the man.
Yeah, and thanks for everybody who played. Ooh, yeah, keep that. Thanks for everybody who played. Kazmyn Zurcher.
Everybody.
Everending Kicks. Paul Benson. Paul Frunze. Liam Poor.
Sword. That's all right.
Fearn.
I'm both things.
Sword Fearn, and of course Adam Greenberg. We love them all.
Yeah.
And no, hey, everybody, Noah Maston.
And
Mastodon.
Yeah. That's all right.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Go to sleep.